In this video, I'm going to see whether or not the rust can be cleaned out of this metal gas tank. I'm going to stick a camera inside and show you some before and after videos so that you can judge for yourself whether this is going to work for you. This is Rudy from Take a Bath Productions with another video showing you how to fix various things. If you're a subscribed member to my community, then welcome back. If you're new to this channel, consider clicking that subscribe button below. And please like this video if you found it helpful for you. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive right in. All right, so I've got my inspection camera here, this borescope or whatever you want to call it. Sorry about the glitches in the video. I'm using an old capture device and it's almost not compatible, but it does work. So let's go inside the tank. See, as you can see, this is the bottom of the tank. Got a pretty good bit of rust, and then look down there. There's a pretty heavy area right there I don't like. That area right there looks especially bad. That looks like a pizza right there. Don't like that at all. All right, so yeah, as you can see, it's got some problems. Now the stuff I'm going to use is this stuff right here called Evapo Rust. I've never used it before, but we're going to give it a shot. It says to, let's see, use it as 65 degrees and above with a larger gas tank. I think this one qualifies. Pour in 1 gallon of Evapo Rust and rotate tank every hour until rust has been removed. Drain completely and rinse well with water. Air dry and fill with gasoline so that you eliminate any flash rusting. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to pour this in. Obviously, make sure the bottom of the tank drain is closed. Let's just go ahead and pour this in. All right, so it's in the evening. I'm going to let that sit overnight. All right, so it's been a couple of days. Now that it's taken a couple of days to get rid of the rust, the problem is this is almost an 8-gallon tank. I think it's 7.9, and the problem is the 1 gallon of Evapo Rust only comes up a little bit in the tank. So what I would do is I would let it soak for 6 or 7 hours, and then I would rotate the tank, you know, on the end, on the side, all around the whole tank every 6 or 7 hours. And then, of course, you know, if I'm not going to get up in the middle of the night to fool with that, but you get the point. I had to keep rotating the tank so that the solution would be on the exposed part that it needed to be on, okay? So we're going to go ahead and drain the tank out. Now, there may be some metal flakes in the tank from any rust that might have come out. So we're going to drain the tank out and try to clean it up the best we can. Okay, so I got the tank all drained out and flushed and cleaned up and everything. And it looks pretty good inside. But before I put the camera in there and show you the results, I wanted to say a couple of things. I was able to remove my fuel gauge, my tank vent, and also luckily the drain in the bottom of the tank would unthread so that it would make it a lot easier to drain. Now your tank may be different and these may not be an option for you, but I just wanted to say that's what I did. Now when I was draining the tank, I put the Evapo Rust back in its own container so that I can reuse it on another job or whatever I want to do with it. There's no need to throw it away. It came out nice and clean, but I used a coffee filter and drained it and filtered it like 3 times to make sure that there was no more trash and debris inside the tank. After the coffee filter looked pretty clean, I went ahead behind all that and flushed it out with gas, okay? And then did the same thing with the coffee filter with the gas. Now everything looks nice and clean in there, and I think I've got most of the debris out, at least as much of it as I can get. So let me go ahead and show you what I got. Okay, here we go. Here's the inside of the tank. Oh yeah, you can see a clear difference right away. There's the sides of the tank, look nice. There's the bottom of the tank. You know, before there was that Pizza the Hut down there. Looks much better. Let me get the other side. There you go. Looks real good in there. It's not perfect, you know. I took more of a detailed look inside the tank, and there are still a little problem areas, but you know, for the most part, it is a lot better. Now, your tank might be a lot worse than this one was, okay? If it is, then try it anyway, you know. These tanks are a little bit hard to find for these generators. I actually called about 3 different places for this cat generator, and they're all like, well, we don't sell that. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, thanks. But yeah, this is a reason right here that you should use ethanol-free gas and use stabilizer and all that. And if you're going to store the generator for any length of time, you're better off to drain the fuel tank, drain the carburetor bowl, and get every drop of gas out of it, and don't leave gas sitting in the generator. Because a lot of times generators do a lot of sitting, they don't get used much, and this is what happens. You get a rusted gas tank, and now you've got a big problem when you do need the generator. Okay, so that's enough about my rant on that. So I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching.